You have to feel extraordinary. Then you will do something. Every day is new day, right? Every time is new time. Then we have to enjoy. What do you do? Enjoy. But sometimes you make me angry. I become angry. You become angry. Everybody becomes angry. That's why sometimes what do you do? We sing a song. I am happy. You are happy. We all are happy. Give a big round of applause, everybody. One thing remember, if the work is done with interest or happiness, it is successful, right? But if the work is started with grumpy, sadness, negative energy, then it's not possible, right? So time and tide wait for none. Now you are in grade 9. Next year you will be in grade 10, then 11, 12, then your routes, paths, like we have already discussed about reflex arc, no? Your study arc also will differ. Some they will take management, some medicine, some engineering, some humanities, some education, some law, some aeronautics. So many routes will be there. So you have to make the best right now. That's why punctuality it matters. Presentation it matters. So children, you were doing presentation yourself, right? What is my intention? My intention is to make my students more active than me. Understood or not? So if you become more active, then you can find out many more things. You will be creative, you will be constructive. And one day, I have to go near to you and ask, will you give me your autograph? Wow, what a lovely time will come. Yes or no? So now, people do they want to have the autograph of Elon Musk or not? He's the world's richest person, world's most famous person. He does the things differently. He doesn't do different things. Does things. People were manufacturing the cars which operate with the help of petrol or diesel. It was going on. But he thought, why not we start from electricity? And he established, now he became famous, and other also they learned. That's why we have to do like that. Okay, yesterday, so it was the turn of Smarika Bhuzel. I squared her also, right? Because she said, I forgot, sir. This word don't tell. This forget word you just remove and just cut that for. What will be there? Get. I got it, sir. Get everything. Get the achievements. Get success. Get your destination. Then, so some of the students are here having batches like leaders, vice leaders, class captain, vice captain, and I think smart student also, right? Who was the smart student of Vaisak 2000 for Sushil? Now we are going to honor the smart students of Jesta very soon. So who is going to be? We don't know. So your enthusiasm, your labor, it counts. So after which number was it presented yesterday? Long question answers. Long question answer means okay. Some long question answers are left, right? Okay, by Ismarika. So today what do I do? Today the presenter will come, read the questions, and then I will just check whether right or wrong. If wrong, then I will call the super guru. Otherwise, we'll forward. Understood or not? Okay. So students, I think today there is presentation from group E as well, right? Deepak Bora's presentation. And next? Youth Nepali's presentation. Youth Nepali, Youth Baucha, Youth Pariyar is also competing type boy. Both are sitting together. Another Parson Bimali, Parson Chetri, Parson Khatri, Parson Neupani also is one. One day you will say Parson Sitola also. Very confusing one. So there must be only one surname. Right? So what is your surname, by the way? Bimali only? Bimali Chetri. Just say like that. So otherwise people they will be confused. Actually the people who do different type of activities, no? They keep surname also, different caste also. Because we don't do any other things. What is our duty? My duty is to guide you only. I'm not teaching. I'm just simply guiding. Wherever there is problem, I'm helping. Teaching is very difficult task, isn't it? Right? And what you are doing? You are learning, guiding and learning. And nowadays, students are teaching themselves. Are you teaching or not? So that's great. Give a big round of applause for you. So the students who used to get afraid to come front, they come here. At least they read. Slowly, they will be habituated and they will be explaining the matters. Right? Okay. So long questions. I think number up to number E is completed, right? Up to F explain the concept of food chain in brief with the help of diagram. It was not done.
The BDF leaf.
Sorry?
BDF.
B, A, D, and F. Like why?
Ismalikas.
For BDF, Ismailika?
Yeah.
And
Diagrammatic question.
and this G, H, I. Oh, different there. Okay, act first. Let's welcome on the stage. Ismarika Bhujel. Please, come here, Ismarika. So you'll find out.
Science teacher and my friends and classmates. My name is Marika Buzar from grade 9 here to present, here to discuss the long question answer and diagrammatic question from chapter 6 Nature and Environment. First is long question answer number 3. Why are green plants called producers? Green plants are often referred to as producers within the ecosystem because they have the ability to produce their own food through a process called photosynthesis. The process of inorganic substance is what qualifies plants as producers in the ecosystem. Number D. If the number is territory
Number of.
the number of
Okay.
territory consumers is increased more than normal environment. What what kind of changes can be seen? If the number of territory consumers is increased more than normal, it can disrupt the balance and ability of the ecosystem in several ways, like it can lead to a decrease in population of primary consumers and secondary consumers. High number of territory consumers can lead to excessive consumption of primary consumers, and it can also increase competition for resources among other territory consumers. Among other consumers, number F. Explain the concept of food chain in brief with the help of a diagram. This is the diagram shown here, and a food chain is a linear sequence of organisms, each consuming and being consumed by the organisms uh, that precedes it. The chain begins with the producers, then primary consumers, which later on get consumed by the secondary consumers, which get consumed by the tertiary consumers. Ultimately, this decomposers break down the energy stored in the dead organisms, making nutrients available for recycling within the ecosystem. The energy and nutrients from this level are transferred up to the food chain as organisms eat one another.
Okay. So how many questions you discussed? B, D, and F. What is first question? Green plants called producers. Producers means what do they do? They produce or manufacture food. What is that process called? They use inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water in presence of sunlight, because they are green means there is presence of chlorophyll already. They produce food, so they are called producers. If the number of tertiary consumers is increased more than needed, then what type of effect will be there in the ecosystem? Tertiary consumers, what do? They feed on primary consumer and secondary consumer. So if their number is increased, the number of primary consumer and secondary consumer decreases, and later on the ecosystem will collapse because they keep on eating more and more, and they also will die due to lack of food. Do they eat grass? Do the tertiary consumers eat grass? They are the carnivores. So in absence of food, they will die and ecosystem collapse. But this is the diagram of food wave. Diagram of food wave. But you have to explain food chain, right? Food chain, you can show only one relation. For example, you can show grass, mouse, and hawk. Or grass, grasshopper, bird, and snake. Okay, in that way, just only one. Because if there are many food chains, what is it called? Food web. So in food chain, what is there? There is transfer of energy from one organism to another organism by the process of eating and being eaten. Like mouse eats grass, but mouse is eaten by hawk. So why do they eat each other? For the sake of energy, right? So producer, consumer, primary consumer, and it is secondary consumer. If there are three, then producer, consumer, primary consumer, secondary consumer. Oh, here also. Producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer. What is your tertiary consumer? It comes like that. Okay. Good. Next one.
Next is diagrammatic question number 8. Sketch a chart showing a pond ecosystem. This is a diagram of pond ecosystem and there is a diagram in the book also. Next, number D. Identify any 5 food chains and show them with the help of different flow charts. So first is grass, rabbit, and fox.
Grass, rabbit, and fox. See, grass, rabbit, fox. That is what food chain, right? In the this show also and there, right?
Next is tree, deer, coyote, and eagle. I don't think there is
It's
coyote.
not there. Or you can show this one. Grass, grasshopper, and eagle. Grass, grasshopper, frog, eagle, or hawk. Or grass, rabbit, tiger, right? In that way. Okay. You got the idea how to do? Right? Okay, next number.
Uh, number I from number B. Identify primary consumers and secondary consumers. Here, rabbit and deer are primary consumers, while fox is a secondary consumer.
Yeah. Okay, but here are many more primary consumers. One which feed on grass, they are primary consumers. A deer is primary consumer, rabbit is primary consumer, goat is primary consumer, and grasshopper is primary consumer, right?
Birds.
Which bird? This bird feeds on this means that it is secondary consumer here.
Each arrow is going to grass also.
Okay, okay. It's going to get that's right. It feeds on grass also. Here, in this one, it acts as primary consumer. But in this food chain, it acts as secondary consumer, right? Good. Next.
Means what will happen if all the tigers of the food cycle are killed? If all the tigers of the food cycle are killed, then several ecological impacts will occur, like disruption of food as tigers important role as tiger play an important role as apex predators in the ecosystem or alteration of prey species behavior.
That's right. That's right. So see, which animals are eaten by or whose number is maintained by tiger? Fox number, jackal number. Yes or no? Or sometimes rabbit number also, deer number also. So if tigers are killed, if their number becomes very less, then their number will increase, right? If their number keeps on increasing, then ecosystem cannot sustain; it will collapse. One thing, what happened in Bangladesh, did I say? Bangladesh is the country which produces large quantity of rice, right? Rice means there is attack of mouse. Yes or no? So there is fertile land because uh, Meghana River. Have you heard this name? In India, its name is Brahmaputra, but when it enters in Bangladesh, what is its name? Meghana. Very big river is there. So its bank is full of silt, very very fertile soil, and the farmers grew lots of rice, but the rice was damaged by mouse. Then government made a one plan. What is the plan? Whoever brings 200 tails of mouse will get what? Television. Will get television. Then they started killing the mouse. Mice, singular is mouse, plural is mice. Lots of mice were killed. And they started getting Colorful, color television. After 1 month, many more farmers they went to the government office and said, please protect us from snakes because mice were eaten by snakes and the food was scarce or not. And they became very active and started attacking the people. And ecosystem was nearly collapsed. That's why their number must not be decreased all of a sudden. Okay, here we have to keep in mind maximum number or quantity should be of producers, a bit less should be of primary consumers, a bit less and very less tertiary consumers. That's why they say no. Only one king in the jungle. Who is the king? Lion is the king. Why? Because it attacks many more organisms, right? Please continue.
Next and the final question is what type of ecosystem covers? So in the figure it shows grassland ecosystem.
Yes. Why grass and ecosystem? Because it starts from grass, right?
Yes, sir. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a very nice day. So this is the matter of interest. I should not repeat again and again. Now Smarika is very smart girl. Smarika is a all works are done or not? Give her a big round of applause. Very good. Yes. So actually, this work it was the punishment for her, right? Yes or no? This diagrammatic question was punishment, but she has all done on time, right? So we have got next presentator from group D. Yod. Yod is full naming.
Namaskar and Vinod. So on this sir and my dear friends, everyone has been prepared. Studying in front of me to deliver a long question answer without wasting your time. I like to sum up this answer. Describe grassland ecosystem briefly. Grassland ecosystem is a large open area where grasses are the main plants. These ecosystems are found in regions with enough rain to support grass but not forests. There are two main types: temperate grasslands like the pairs in North America and tropical grasslands like the savannas in Africa. Grasslands are home to many animals such as bison, antelope, lions, and various birds. They are important because help capture they help to capture carbon, protect soil from erosion, and support a wide variety of life. Describe the
No,
impacts of
wait a minute, because what is the next question? Describe grassland ecosystem in briefly, he said, but he just mentioned minor thing only, where it is found. But what to do? In grassland ecosystem, you must mention what are the producers, what are the primary consumers, what are the secondary consumers, and what are tertiary consumers, right? So, what are the primary consumers? Primary consumers are uh, deer, bison, zebra, etc. Right? Zebra is also there, no? Or giraffe. And producers mainly grasses, tall grasses. Okay, and some shrubs also. And next one, secondary consumers, jackal, fox, etc. Yeah, that figure you can draw and explain. That's right. That's why I just say no. Great people they don't do different things. What do they do? They do the things differently. Understood or not? So it became incomplete. You have to mention those things. Producers, which are the producers, which are the consumers, and which are the no primary, secondary, and tertiary consumers. Okay, please. Next question.
describe the impacts of climate change on ecosystem. Is impacts of climate change on ecosystem. Climate change affects ecosystems in several ways. Rising temperature can cause animals and plants to move to cooler places. Changes in rainfall can lead to droughts or floods, which can harm the living conditions for many species. The increase in carbon dioxide makes oceans and more acidic, which is harmful to marine life like coral reefs. Climate change can also cause the timing of natural events like flowering and migration to shift disrupting food chains. Additionally, more frequent extreme weather events can damage habitats and reduce biodiversity.
Biodiversity. That's right. That's right. But students, we have to be focused on our book. How many main points are given? Will you check there? Three main points are given, right? Those are the main effects. What is the first one? Migration of organisms. The next one, extinction of organisms. Next one, behavioral changes. Three. Under three headings, if you explain, that's better. Understood or not? Okay, this is also right. But I mean, my saying is, we have to be book-based one, right? So accordingly, right? Next number.
How does migration affect the ecosystem of any community in right in paragraph? Effects of migration on ecosystem. Migration affects ecosystems in various ways. When animals move to new areas, they may compete with local species for food and shelter, possibly leading to the decline of native species. Migratory animals can also bring new peers to an area, impacting local wildlife. On the positive side, migration can increase genetic diversity in populations, which helps them adapt to change. Migratory species also provide important services like pollinating plants and controlling pests. However, large migrations can also change habitats through physical impact and nutrition dislocation. Thus, migration can have both positive and negative effects of each.
Yeah, that's right. This is right answer. But I wonder why did you write with all capital letters? We don't write like that, do we?
So this representation concept this type of font.
Sorry.
When we write small, so it comes.
No, you know you have to modify. You have to change. If you change, then it comes.
Some slides are automatically based. So we cannot change.
We cannot change. This is all capital one. Oh, yes, definitely. Because of migration, there is positive effect as well as negative effect. Positive, what will happen? There is genetic development. A new type of breeds can be produced. That is positive. But negative, indigenous, that ancient or which were the local organism, they will disappear. They will collapse. They extinct. And because of migration, those local organisms may affect from diseases and may die also. Right? Okay, next number.
What is the role of climate change in detriment of
Coral reefs.
coral reefs in the ocean? What is its impact on the ecosystem of the oceanic environment? Role of climate change in degradation of coral reefs and its impact on the oceanic system. Climate change plays a significant role in the decline of coral reefs due to rising sea temperatures and ocean acidification. Higher temperatures cause coral bleaching, where corals expel the symbiotic algae living in their tissues, leading to a loss of color and vital nutrients. Without these algae, corals often die. Ocean ocean acidification resulting from increased CO2 absorption reduce the ability of calcium carbonate, which corals need to build the skeletons. This weakness coral structures and inhibits growth. The impact on the oceanic ecosystem is profound. Coral reefs and biodiversity are spots supporting around 25% of all marine species. Their decline leads to the loss of habitat for many marine organisms, disrupting food chains and reducing fish populations that make coastal communities rely on for food and income. Additionally, coral reefs protect coastlines from erosion and storm surges, and the degradation can result in increased coastal damage and loss of protective barriers, making coastal areas more vulnerable to natural disasters.
Yes, so here climate change is not affecting on land only, it is affecting in water also. These coral reefs, they lie at the bottom of sea. So temperature is high or low there? There is temperature is low. But when climate change occurs, then temperature of bottom of sea also increases and coral reefs also will be affected. Right? Okay, next number.
Mustard farming was done with beekeeping in one of the seasons. Bees were killed accidentally by the use of insecticides. Mustard production was also decreased. Explained. Impact of bee death on mustard farming. Mustard farming combined with beekeeping. Bees plays a critical role in pollination. Which bees were accidentally killed by insecticides? The pollination process was disturbed. Bees transfer pollen from flower to flower, which is essential for the plants to produce seeds and fruits. Without bees, mustard plants would have reduced pollination, leading to lower seed production and decreased mustard yield. This demonstrates the critical role of bees in agriculture productivity and the importance of avoiding harmful insecticides that can kill beneficial insects.
So what is the role of bees in mustard farming? What do they do? They help in pollination. If bees are killed, then the rate of pollination will be high or low. Very less number of pollen grains reach in that stigma, and pollination will be affected, and fertilization is very low, and production also will be very less. Right? So it is said that 80% pollination in the world is carried out by bees. They are That's why they are called vital pollinators. What do you call them? Pollinators. Okay, next number.
In a village, a camping against snakes was launched in which about all the snakes were killed. The farmers of that region were troubled by rats that year explained. Consequence of snake prediction on the population of village of campaign was launched to kill snakes, leading to a significant reduction in the snake population. Snakes are natural predators of rat, helping to control their numbers. With fewer snakes, the rat population grew unchecked. This increase in rats likely caused trouble for farmers as rats can destroy crops, contaminate food stores, and spread diseases. This situation highlights the importance of predator in maintaining ecological balance and controlling pest populations. Removing a key predator can lead to an overall population of prey species, resulting in economic and ecological problems.
Yes, same thing happened. In Bangladesh, they kill rats. Which number increase? Snake number, because food was scarce. But here, what were killed? Snakes were killed, and number of mice increased because there was no other predator to feed them. Right? There was no animal to feed, and their number kept on increasing. There was no check and balance. Right? So one thing you have to remember: if there is income, there should be expenditure also. No, income and expenditure. No income, no expenditure. But what happened here? All rats, snakes killed means one side became very less and the other side becomes very high. Okay, next one.
By doing, by doing
What is
this
it?
much, thank you for
Thank you for your attention. But did you pay attention or not? But it is mentioned here. Please pay attention. Okay, give a big round of applause for you. Yes. So Yud has done a great job because very long questions were in his department, in his share, right? And he has completed his work on time. That's great. Now we have got final presentator today. Who is that? Arush is final? No, second last? Okay, Arush, please come here. Okay, tell me, I will just download it. But for once.
From Group A today standing here to tell about difference between from Chapter 6 Nature and Environment. First question is difference between mutualism and competition. In mutualism, both organisms get benefit. In competition, both organisms get harm. In this relation, the involved species gets benefited in this relation. Two organisms struggle and fight for same
Pass and
resources.
play. Go that side. Don't read.
And the question is difference between food chain and food web.
The sound is not produced, but
Food
it's
chain
loud.
is a single pathway of transfer of food and energy. Food web consists of a number of interconnected food chains. Food chain increase instability in an ecosystem. Food web increase stability in an ecosystem.
I think there is no problem, right? You have already done this one.
Producers are autotrophic, where
Hey,
consumers
girl,
are
hala.
heterotrophic. Producers helps to maintain the O2 and CO2 in nature, where consumers help in regulation of population growth of organism. Next question is difference between producer and decomposer. Producers, they are autotrophic animals, and decomposers, they are heterotrophic animals. Producers are capable of synthesizing organic food from inorganic raw materials with the help of solar energy. Decomposer break down the complex organism compound of dead bodies into simpler compounds. Next question is difference between biotic and abiotic
Excuse me.
component. Biotic component, they contain living components. Abiotic components, they
The
contain
content or content?
content.
Contain, contain, okay.
Abiotic component, they contain non-living components. Biotic components can be classified into producers, consumer, and decomposer, where abiotic component can be classified into renewable and non-renewable component. Next question is parasitism and
Parasitism.
parasitism and symbiosis. In this relation, one organism gets harms and another gets benefit. In symbiosis, both organisms gets benefit. In parasitism, this relation occurs between two non-parasites organisms. In symbiosis, the relation occurs
I
between
think
an
you opposite answer.
host and a parasite.
Parasite and host should be in parasitism, and non-parasite should be here. Yes or no? Became all different, right? Okay. Next.
By saying this much, I like to end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for your. What is there? Attention. Okay. And I keep it up also. What is given here?
Good day.
Have a good day. Yes, that's right. Everybody must have good day. Thank you. These are the differences between um, some terms, mutualism and competition. Read mutualism. What is given there?
In this relation, both organisms can benefit. In this relation, both organisms
Number second,
in this relation, the involved species get benefited.
involve. Actually, involve became, and here
In this relation, two organisms
fight for same resource. Okay, that's right. Number B, what is given here? Food chain and food web. Come on, food chain.
Food chain is a single pathway of transfer of food and energy.
Then this one. Yeah, it's instability. It causes stability. But while differentiating between, like if here is this number, here also must be same number. Like one is up, another down. It doesn't seem so good. We could keep one line and do. Okay. Next number. Producers and consumers. Producers are autotrophic. Consumers are here. They help to maintain. They help, not help, maintain O2 and CO2 in nature. They help in regulation of population growth of organisms. He has done all the job very clearly and correctly. Give him a big round of applause. Yes. What is here? What is here? Producer and decomposer. Autotrophic, they are saprophytic. What right here? You can write heterotrophic, but saprophytic is suitable. Where are you looking at? Where is the ribbon? Manage, right? They are capable of synthesizing organic food from inorganic substances. They break down complex organisms into simpler compounds, and biotic component, they are living components, they are non-living components, and biotic components can be classified into producers, consumers, and decomposers. They can be classified into renewable and non-renewable components. And parasitism, what is here? In this relation, one organism gets harm and another gets benefit. In this relation, both organisms get benefit. The next one, in symbiosis, there is neither benefit nor harm. Okay. In this relation, if this relation occurs between two non, this one here, this point should be of here, this one, and this relation occurs between a host and the parasite, this side, opposite side. Okay, good. Okay, today also presentation not completed. This presentation will remaining presentation will be done by those students tomorrow, Thursday, right? Whose presentation is left? Tejas and Deepak's presentation. Plus, today I will give you the question grid, how to prepare the questions, and first group will present their new model question as well. Understood or not? Okay. Thank you. Now everybody start doing your work.